Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
Alright.
It's the Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, exactly. And Carl, who's turned our microphones on. Can't believe it.
Good to see you, Carl. Good to see you, Ricky.
Cheers. Cheers. Now, in a fun-filled show, we've got a film review. So
magnificent. Had any calls about that, Rick? Any maybe Channel 5 or someone onto you?
No, they haven't. No,
that's strange. That's weird.
No, but it's. I think it's a bit ahead of its time because it's very unique.
Sure,
it's not like other film, is it? It's sort of like it's a bit out there. Yeah, anything caught your eye this week, Steve?
Rick, I know that both you and I are kind of obsessed with these people who believe in people who can predict the future or have got contact with the dead or whatever. Yeah. And I know Mystic Meg's a bit of a nonsense, but people do take her seriously. On the cover of the Sun today, Mystic Meg won me 15 million quid.
Wow.
Right, you're thinking that's a pretty amazing claim. I know that Carl believes in Mystic Meg and all that sort of rubbish, you know. You're thinking, wow, here at last is proof that she has got powers. And you wondered to yourself, well, maybe she predicted the numbers specifically, you know, that would be a hell of a...
just to him.
Yeah, which is incredible, which is absolutely incredible. And so there's this guy, lottery mad Tom Naylor, he's a lorry driver, right, he won 15 million quid. Yeah. He says, I always read my horoscope in the Sun and follow the advice. Basically, what Meg said was, keep a lottery ticket in a yellow mug to add luck. So you're thinking, right, okay, so he's kept his ticket in a yellow mug. That's still pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't have a yellow mug, says Tom, so I put the pages of my map book, so I put the ticket in the pages of my map book, which is yellow.
Right. He's used the yellow. No, he's used the yellow.
Yeah, no, see, I don't know much about how Mystic Meg works. I'm assuming maybe there's some kind of pseudoscience that she applies.
Yeah.
I think if she'd said, put it near anything yellow, fine.
Yeah.
She said put it in a yellow mug. That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
From that, he's thought, well, I'll ignore Meg's advice. I always do what she says. If she says put it in a yellow mug,
she's had two sort of like, you know, points of reference there. The descriptive, the yellowness of the object, and the object itself. The noun should be a mug. Yeah. What's missing in the yellow book is the mugness.
The mugness is one of the
It's got lots of bookness, but it wasn't the bookness that gave him the 50 million. So,
exactly.
I reckon Mystic Meg won me 7.5 million.
Right.
Would have been a more accurate.
Sure, sure, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, Carl, do you think that that's pretty spooky? And weird, unnatural stuff?
So, I'm just a bit livid today. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
Not paying attention?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to notify us before, you know, we ask you questions?
You are giving to us, go on.
What would have just been nice if you would have, like, warned me you were going to ask me about it. I'm just a bit livid.
Go on, what about?
Just...
Have I done something?
Talk about no, not you two. Just a bit livid.
You're going to keep quiet now, Steve, because I've got to do my world-famous film review.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I know you criticise it, because you say I do sort of like films that aren't on, you know, current release, or that I sort of just do the plot, or, you know, but, you know...
Have you taken that criticism on board?
I have.
Good.
This week's Ricky Gervais film review is Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book?
Yeah.
That was made in, what, 1968?
I don't know, but listen, shut up, right? It's a good review, right? Right, for people who either have heard it or haven't, you know, you might learn something. Sure. Because it's sort of my take on it.
Has the review begun yet, or...?
No, no, it's from now, yeah?
Okay, go.
Right, the little kid, he's in the jungle, right, but he knows the bear and the panther, they're good friends, but it's dangerous because you got to watch out the tiger and the snake. Now, the reason is, they don't mind him, but he's human and he can make fire, they can't. That's why he's sort of in demand, even though they've conquered the power of speech, they can't make fire, and then, the orangutan gets him. Now... he's in trouble, but the bear puts coconuts on and makes himself look like it, then they fall off. They've got to get away, but then he meets, a girl, and then they're not, you know...
Okay. Do you write these yourself, or you don't get a professional to do it? Right.
Oh, no.
Okay. And what would you give that one out of 5?
It's 9.
That's a 9 out of 5. Strong review there, a strong film then for you.
One again.
And you'd recommend that for friends and family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on video or DVD or in the cinema.
Okay, good. All right, and the film again was?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Jolly good. All right, thanks very much for that.
Can't believe I forgot the elephants. That was a key
element of the review.
Really?
Yeah. Don't let it get you down, Rick. I know how these things depress you if you feel you've not done the film review as best you could. That kind of winds you up.
Yeah.
You stew about it. You know, I do get depressed when I see people around me who've got, you know, girlfriends, and I think, you know, because I haven't, and I just think that what's the rule, you know? When we mentioned last week that fat bloke from Pop Idols, he's got a bird, which annoys me, angers me, and this really depressed me. Walking into Piccadilly Circus Tube a couple of nights ago, homeless guy, wrapped up, unwashed, and northern. And he's being spoken to by some kind of carer, you know, some worker who'd come out to dish out kind of stale sandwiches. And I just overheard as I was passing him going, well, of course, it's very difficult maintaining a long-distance relationship. And I sort of, like, kind of lingered for a bit. I was thinking, what? And he was going, yeah. And basically I pieced together that he's got a girlfriend. He's from Leeds. He's got a girlfriend who's also homeless, who's homeless up in Leeds. And occasionally she kind of homelesses her way all the way down to
London. I love the fact that he's travelled to be homeless.
I know. Pathetic. Oh, it angered me that
is there a lot of cheap housing in Leeds? Would that ruined it for him?
But it just was. I assume maybe she was squatting or something. But it was like, and it just depressed me because it was like, not only is he homeless, but he's got a homeless girlfriend. But the homeless people are finding love.
Yeah.
Do you mean it's so? I mean that's really depressing, Carl, isn't it? Unless they both became smackheads together or whatever.
No, Carl's found love on the street before, haven't you?
How's it going with your bird, Carl? Are you married?
Yeah. No.
How long have you been out with her? Going out with her?
7 years.
Because I mean, you're quite a simple man.
Yeah,
you're sort of a simple
in a nice way.
Ways.
I mean, you're like Helen from Big Brother.
Yeah,
you're sort of nice enough, but
I look normal.
Well, yeah, you sort of do, but you could be one of those that just suddenly go mental with a pen.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Stab people through the eyes.
Yeah, you sort of look normal. But if I wouldn't really want to wind you up to a point of frenzy.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you found out and said
we worked at the same place.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work. You met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her at work?
Why are you having an attack on me? You're the one who's sad and lonely.
No, he's done you again.
Yeah, but what I thought was interesting was I just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
it's like a bear caught in a trap.
It's funny, isn't it? You'll never learn.
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was, because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
All right, jeez. I love the fact he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, you know, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And
oh, what's this? Where's that come from?
He's done it again. He's done you again.
I was walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
You did start it though, didn't you?
Well, Carl, I'm glad you brought this up. Because I mean, for me, you know, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way. Now, Rick, I know you're a big trivia fan. I know you're obsessed with trivia. And I thought to myself, well, how can I entertain Rick on Saturday?
Go on.
So I was wandering around on the web looking for trivia, basically, that could entertain you. And you're a big animal trivia fan.
I love animal facts.
There's not much that you don't know about animals.
Oh.
But here's
you're gonna catch me out now, aren't you?
No, well, I don't know. Here's one. I don't know if you heard this one before. Ants never sleep.
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And they've got alcohol in their blood, so they don't freeze and winter. And that's why you never see a lazy ant. It's always working. It's drunk, but it's always working.
They never sleep, but they do take a lot of fag breaks.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I think it's 'cause they can't sleep, because it's like noisy neighbours. There's about 1 million of them living sometimes in a room, and it must be very... But you see them carrying a leaf, and they see someone else, and they go, do you want a hand with that? And they go, don't be silly, you're carrying some 8 times your body weight as it is. He goes, well, you know, I've got another pair of hands free. Yeah. Give you a hand. Yeah, they're great.
No, they're incredible. They're incredible.
Yeah, I knew that one next.
Okay, well, right, this is one I'm throwing right at you as well, Carl. There's only one bird that has a penis.
It's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is a genuine trivia question.
I'll say, I think I've seen one on this. Is it an ostrich?
Right, you're going for ostrich, Carl?
I'll go for ostrich as well.
Right. Did you come up with that yourself, or?
Yeah, I was going to say that before you said it.
Well, guys, you went for ostrich.
Chicken?
You're both wrong. It's actually the swan.
The large chicken.
Yeah.
What? That's a bit worrying then, because I thought I saw an ostrich penis, so what was I looking at?
I don't know, were you just examining it closely at the zoo? What were you?
I was just...
It's probably a strap-on.
It was probably two leather ostriches giving each other one.
Exactly.
And that's how that can influence people. Things like that. Dirty, filthy leather ostriches can
confuse a child if he's at the zoo and he doesn't know.
A swan's got. That's really annoying. I'd never give a swan a knob. So it's the little puffiest of all birds, isn't it?
Yeah.
All protected by the queen. But I need a knob. If I had to give a knob to any bird,
Good question.
I
wish I'd posed that myself. If you could give a knob to any bird, what would it be? Phone in.
Vulture.
Of course, a vulture.
They need a
big bang stick.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Carl? If you could give a knob to any bird, and don't make it rude. Or if I could give a knob to any bird,
what bird do you suit up? It's got to be a bird of prey or something like that, isn't it? Cool.
Just a robin, really.
That would be amazing.
That would be Christmas cards would be like.
Yeah, but it's a normal human-sized knob on a robin. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And the other thing annoying about this is ironic, right? Now, the male of all bird species they're called a cock.
Yes.
Right. But the only bird with a cock.
Yeah.
Right, is called a cob.
Is that what a swan's called?
Yeah, they're cob and pen. They're not cock and hen.
That's annoying.
And he isn't a cock, but he's got a cock.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick query there, Rick.
Go on.
When you said then cock,
yeah.
presumably you meant male bird the first time you said it.
Yeah.
The second time you said cock. Did you mean the penis?
Well, you're showing off the whole farce of broadcasting.
Because you're not really allowed to say cock.
No, exactly, no. One cock would cause great offence.
Yeah.
The other cock's fine.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. It is strange. So, I mean, if I said now to you, I like cocks.
Yeah.
Meaning birds.
Yeah, that'd
be fine.
Yeah.
But if I meant penises, it would be a problem.
If you like cocks, it was yeah, that would be...
Carl, do you like cocks? Do you like cocks?
No.
Right, okay, that's fine. I was asking if you like...
No, I like,
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of, tits.
The small birds that come down and peck at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tits and cocks. There's nothing...
Tits and cocks.
There's nothing wrong with... There's nothing... Carl, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with saying tits and cocks.
When I said tits, I meant the little birds.
Yeah,
and when I said cocks, I mean the big birds.
Yeah. Do you know, when,
Go on.
No, it's just that... It's when you're talking about tits.
Yeah.
At the milk. Do you... I like the fact they flutter away when they hear the milkman coming.
Oh, come on.
So what?
I think you're better than that.
I know, it's cheap, isn't it, to say, I like tits. Yeah, I like cocks. So, are we a bit more literary now? One of my favourite things is Fanny by Gaslight.
Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm a big fan of Moby Dick.
Oh yeah, the book, Moby Dick, yeah, not the medical condition. There's nothing innuendo. No, it's the big, horrible thing that used to swallow semen. Yeah. Now, in the winter...
Yeah.
Steve.
Go on.
There's nothing I like more than to keep my hands warm in a muff.
No, sure. You mean those kind of furry things that sort of classy-looking ladies?
Yeah, posh ladies often put their hands... Yeah, when you have a nice, a party and they're all leaving...
Party, a winter party.
And you might take the wrong hat or something. There's nothing I like more than to see two posh women with their hands in each other's muffs.
Oh, that's always a
And they're going, oh, this must be yours.
Yeah, that is always funny.
Yeah.
That's always funny.
Yeah. But... Seriously, no, I'll stop this, you're right, I've got a degree
I just remembered that my favourite Beatles song is Come Together.
Yeah. Now, we're gonna stop this now, Carl, because it's childish. You're right, I've got a philosophy degree, for Christ's sake, and it's about time.
Who's your favourite philosopher, do you mind me asking?
Well, I would tell you, except when I ever talk about it, I go into a Cockney accent.
Really?
So it can be like, my favourite philosopher, I like a bit of Kant.
Right. Is that Immanuel Kant, the philosopher?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange. What's his name again?
Kant.
Oh, yeah. That can be weird. Can be strange.
Look at Carl's face.
Look at his face.
Look at his face.
Join in, Carl. Undo your trousers.
We'd be like Stan Boardman when he told the Fokker joke.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed off that swans have got cocks.
Yeah.
It's a waste. It's a waste of a knob with a swan.
I know what you mean.
They don't know what they're doing with it half the time. Now, we've got some great... Do you remember... We're stopped all the silly innuendos now, but do you remember...
I think it's because they've got a long neck, and to balance them properly in the water. What are those things that boats have underneath?
A rudder?
No.
No. Yeah, the
yachts?
keels, the big...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Balance.
What about... But ducks would need one as well, wouldn't they?
Ducks don't.
Because they've got short necks.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's the necks. Yeah.
So, hold on. So, do you think that's... So, long necks, long knob?
Don't look at me, Gervais.
That's Steve.
I know. No. Sandy Tossfeg's got a tiny cock, hasn't she?
But she has got one, which is interesting.
That's libelous. I'd just like to say now that Sandy Tossfeg has never had a knob.
No, she's not.
But you're not lying about the neck.
No, she's got a little neck, that's fine, that's clear for all to see. I just remember, a bloke I saw on, Opportunity Knocks once.
Opportunity Knocks?
Yeah. It was a pianist who, well, it's true, and his name was Wayne King. Do you like Wayne King?
Carl, what's your opinion on Wayne King?
I don't know his work.
You're not a fan of his work? Okay. No, that's fine. Carl, we asked your opinion, mate, and you've given it, and that's all we can ask for.
Oh, no opinion on Wayne King.
If you're a fan of Wayne King at home, please get in touch. You know, if you like Wayne King, or if, you know...
No!
Oh, what are you talking about? We're asking someone's music opinion, and what?
You're gonna be like this all day. Let's talk about you and your girlfriends again. I think people enjoy that more.
Oh! Wow, you are grumpy. Why are you grumpy? You're all grumpy because you've been loaded. Come on, tell us. Come on.
I think I've got SAD.
What's that mean?
That thing when it's
Sade.
When it's dark outside and you feel depressed.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've got that.
But you're from Manchester, aren't you? Isn't it like pitch black there all the time? Isn't it like, which country is it? Is it Iceland, where it's like dark all year?
The land of the mole people.
No. Yeah. I was telling Steve before. In fact, I'm not going to bore you with it. Go on, what were we saying about Wayne?
Well, you bored me with it earlier, can't you bore him with it?
Yeah, it's only fair. What were we saying about what?
Wayne King.
Carl,
disgusting, Carl. You know the people that make lifts? Or I think escalators as well.
Oh, yeah.
If you notice, like in the bottom of a lift, it always says Schindler. It's always made by some organisation called Schindler. Do you think it's the same Schindler? Like from Schindler's List?
So it's Schindler's Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts.
And it was passed down wrong. No, I didn't make a list.
Yeah.
No, I made lifts.
Yeah, I
joking. Spielberg was going, I've made a whole film about it.
It was 3 hours, it was in black and white, for God's sake.
Was it, where'd you get the lift? There was no lifts in it. I thought it was a list you made. No, I made lifts. We were talking, before about, Schindler's Lifts.
Yes.
Like those people just make one thing, and they're famous for that. Now, do you think the Monopoly commissions should investigate Armitage Shanks?
Yes.
Because I've never seen
another sink or toilet made by anyone else.
No. When did they take over this? When did they sort of like get
I don't know
big?
who the Shanks people are. I don't think they make anything else, though. I've never seen them making anything else other than lavatories and sinks. They seem to have got that.
So who went, we're gonna make so many urinals that there's gonna be too many urinals. No one's gonna have a look in. When anyone's out having a slash, they're just gonna be thinking, Armitage Shanks.
But presumably there's someone called Armitage Shanks who's got his name all over that. You know, whenever you meet him, you're just thinking, I've had a waz.
On Armitage
on Armitage Shanks. Is waz a word? We can say waz, can't we?
Yeah, or piss or slash.
Yeah, either of them's fine. Oh. Can I just ask Carl a quick question?
Yeah, why does he swear so much on radio?
No. Carl, did you see that film last night? Gaylord Say No?
Yes.
Oh.
What were you watching that for?
Yeah, weirdo. Oh, you're always gonna lose with that one. Rick, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're a Gaylord.
Oh.
That is actually the official way of finding out if someone's gay.
That's how Oscar Wilde got caught.
That's exactly how he got caught.
Yeah, they went, well, we got no evidence that you are homosexual. Anyway, cheers, my lad. Oh, before you go, Oscar, see that film last night? Gaylord Say No?
No,
take him away.
Yeah.
Take him
to that bender downstairs.
Take him out of my sight.
That is how they got him.
Yeah.
That's the official way.
Yeah.
Children in Need last night, Rick.
Oh. I watched a bit of it.
Did you watch any of it, Carl?
It's
awful,
It is pretty bad.
It's the worst thing ever. I mean, I've said this before, the thing about Children in Need, it makes the whole country and BBC One, for one day, into just one big school fete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so pathetic. The entertainment is ill thought out. It's just boring.
I'd prefer it if they just made everyone pay £1.
That'd be fine, yeah.
And they make more money and we wouldn't have to sit through it.
Just add it to the licence fee.
But surely that's, exactly, surely that's just a taxation that we should, you know.
But that's
as
fine.
Opposed to going through this nonsense of seeing people from West End musicals who aren't selling come out and do a song.
Yeah, of course.
God.
But it's just that they may as well, because I know there's Terry Wogan at one point going around the audience with a bucket, just running it, getting up members of the audience to put loose change in a bucket. This is national television.
Yeah.
I'm watching, they've already had to sit through 3 hours of rubbish, now you're making them pay for it.
Does he get paid?
I don't know if you've done it for I know, you notice a lot of people who go on there, though. All the pop acts that go on there, they're all plugging a new single.
Of course, but that's...
It's like, well, it's this mask of sort of this charade of charity, but they're all plugging a single.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic. It's utterly pathetic. They may as well bring on a big tombola, you know, and guess how many kind of pennies are in the jar.
How did Pudsey lose his eye as well?
Well, you get another one out if you're not careful. And, I watched it quite late, because we just had it on in the corner, we were sort of chatting and stuff. And, about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, they'd been promising this for ages. It was a couple of sort of Hollyoaks stars or something, male stars, were going to be part of a male striptease.
Yeah,
full Monty type.
I turned that off.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch that, Steve.
Do you notice the way he said they'd been promised it for ages? It was like 1 in the morning. Almost
Carl's
like he'd been staying up.
Yes,
what,
Carl's
got
got
to measure me, Carl.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that film last night, Gaylord saying that? No, but the point was, like, the thing about the, are you a Gaylord tied to a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are then.
There you are.
That's
Done
another
ya.
piece of evidence.
Really done me.
But no, seriously, so they bring on these, this male stripper kind of gang come on, like, you know, firemen or whatever. And they come on, and they're like cut to the audience, and there was one woman just putting her glasses on. Like about a 40-year-old woman. It was 1 in the morning, she'd fallen asleep, and her friend must have gone, Agnes, quick, put your glasses on, wake up, they're getting their cocks out. And I mean cocks.
Yeah.
And they did this striptease, right? They did this striptease, and I have to swear, right, they went right down to their underwear. They had these kind of, and they were just flashing their arses. It was, and I was thinking, this is for kiddies. And it was obscene, it was utterly obscene. I was
Not 1 in the morning, it's not.
What are you talking about? It was appalling. It's
The charity is.
No, but it was just, it was offensive. I was offended by it. It was the BBC, it was charity, and there were blokes with their todgers almost out.
Yeah, but the fact is, but it's post-Watershed. You can have any event and give it to anything, can't you?
No, that's not right. It's for children. Because a lot of children will stay up and watch that. Their parents will go, yeah, it's fine, you know, you can stay up and watch children in need. That's for kids.
Yeah, but then arses aren't, you know.
It was, but it wasn't just arses. They gave the impression they were fully nude. I mean, thankfully they weren't. I made a close inspection, but it was obscene.
Hey, yeah, me and Carl are looking at each other.
Yeah, you're looking at each other, gazing into each other's eyes.
Just for 1 week only, we're back at score. Okay, there's innuendos. We laugh when we say the word bender, cock, tits meaning birds.
Carl and Ricky sitting in a tree. Kissing.
At my birthday party, my girlfriend had bought me one of those arcade games. You put money in a pub.
Oh, it's a quiz machine, though. Isn't
Quiz machine, yeah, touch the screen. And we're all playing, but Steve, with his general film knowledge, people were getting like 100,000 points and getting through. Right? Steve got something like 8 million.
Right, listen, I got the top score on a movie trivia quiz game. Right, who's the geek now?
Yeah.
All right, Carl? Hello.
No, but it was impossible. I tried it, and for like months after, I just thought, I've just got to knock him off the top. And I did it with all the other categories, and I was best at rock. Let's say that. But by no means is, you know, the gap between a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Johnny Candon, the lovely Irish comedian, came round last night, had a couple of goes. He got something like 30 million.
That's mental. That's madness.
Yeah. In fact, you're right, because, Johnny bought this comic, right? He loves Doctor Who, and he bought this comic, and Steve, he left it there, and Steve got a post-it note on every page wrote geek. Yeah. Johnny gets it home, reads it on the tube, and there's geek written on every page. That's the sort of vicious man Steve is. He can hand it out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him calling you a geek. What must that feel like, to be called a geek by Steve Merchant? What do you think, Carl?
Every week he has a go at me, anyway.
What are you talking about, a go at you? You're having a go at me every week.
3 weeks.
What?
You've been having a go at me.
I have not had a go. You've always had a go at me.
You've always said to me, what do I look like? And what do you expect me to do? Lie?
Oh, he's done you again, Steve!
No, I'm not getting into this.
He's done you again!
Some lad called up before and said, oh, have a go at Steve again, these looks. And it's not like a game. I'm not like coming in here every week and wanting to make you look, you know, come across as an ugly bloke. I don't need to do that.
He's done you up!
I can't!
He's done you up.
Is this because of the Gaylord stuff?
No, it's
you're having a go at me again?
Oh.
It's just that you had a go at me before.
I didn't have a go at you at all. I was talking to Ricky. I haven't had a word. I haven't spoken a word to you.
Your eyes.
Is this why you're in an ugly mood? A bad mood? A generally grim mood? Is it because, like, you just think I'm gonna have a go at you?
I don't know what it is. When I get here, you're alright. And then as soon as you come in here, you change.
I haven't done anything! What are you talking about? You're paranoid! Can I just kiss and make up with Carl?
No, that is...
No, let me just kiss my kiss.
Yeah, but it doesn't, then next week it'll be the same again. It doesn't mean anything. It's like saying sorry.
Oh, on the lips.
Go on, look, he's...
Carl!
Get off I've never... Carl has gone a absolute shade of purple, straining not to have merchants...
There's no point, Steve.
No.
There's no point.
No, just shake and make up.
Shake what, Rick?
There you go. All friends, sit down. That's lovely, that's a lovely moment. Steve, it's time for my world-famous film review.
People love it.
Yeah.
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 How can I just ask, before you crack on with the film review, I notice you often do films that people have already seen.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. That's why I think your film review failed, because people didn't know what film you're talking about. They hadn't seen it.
Yes.
See, there was mine. I picked ones they've seen.
Sure.
You know,
Because a lot of people would say that the benefit of a film review was the fact that they hadn't seen it yet, so they were going to make up their mind based on that.
I don't know who'd say that.
I prefer Rickers.
Okay.
See?
All right, Carl. See, there you are again, being nasty to me.
No, he's got a choice.
All right. Anyway, so my point is that how would you hope people would use your reviews? Right?
However they want.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
So
would you hope that they'd maybe seen the film but they hadn't yet made up their mind?
Whether they liked it or
Whether
not.
they liked it
well,
or
this is up to them. This is, you know, this is for everyone. It's easy.
So if someone said, because I think, was it, you did, one of your most famous ones, I think, was, one for the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Now that came out, I think, in 1975.
Yeah.
So maybe some people saw it in 1975, haven't yet made up their mind as to what they thought of it.
Yeah, now this put them straight and what to look for next time, maybe.
Okay.
Now, ready? Ricky Gervais film review.
Sure.
Review. Right? Chosen Rain Man.
Rain Man, okay. Now this has been on TV quite a few times and it was a multiple Oscar winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay. Right. Rain Man, it's got Tom Cruise in it,
Yep.
and he's alright, he's normal, but he finds out he's got a brother who's a bit mad. Dustin Hoffman is doing it, right? And it's meant to be. He's all weird, but he's meant to be, so it's good acting. Now, oh god, he needs to keep his brother, but they don't want him to have a brother, and he doesn't remember a lot, but he dropped him in the bath and burnt him when he was little, clumsy idiot. But then he finds out he can make a bit of money, so they get the same suits, and they go bet two for good, well, because he's got special powers. So he can know the roulette. He wins that, and he drops some toothpicks. He knows how many there are. And he recognises the waitress just through the book. He's got all his football cards. Don't put them out of order. Don't go in the telephone box with him, he smells. And get him back in time for Jeopardy or watch it. Anyway, then they slap his head and get worried. Qantas don't crash. So he's got all that. And in the end, he doesn't, I don't think, but at least they've met each other.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Rain Man, a film about autism, which is strangely appropriate, I think, when you're reviewing it.
Anyway.
What would you give it out of 10?
Oh, 9.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. Useful? Yeah? Have you seen the film before?
No, I will now.
Okay, jolly good. Well, excellent.
Fella just phoned up and said you were talking about waterfowl before. The only bird with a penis is the swan. And he said it was worried him about the ugly duckling. They'll go about, oh, he turned into a swan, but ducklings, they're not called ducklings, they're called cygnets. I pointed out that the swan in question didn't understand, because he thought he was a duckling.
Yeah.
And that all the other ducks sort of laughed at him because he was all gangly and everything. But he turned into a swan and he realised, oh, I was a swan all along.
Yeah, the ugly duckling story got me through so many bleak nights as a child.
You couldn't wait to one day turn into a swan.
Still waiting for it.
So you could have a knob,
So
presumably.
I can have it, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because, look, Carl, look, don't worry, it's a nice little, no one's going to complain about this. This is lovely, childish, lovely little innuendo. There's nothing nasty or vicious, there's no
And anyway,
hate.
off air, you're a different kettle of fish. You were trying to get us with the Gaylord's joke.
Yes, he was, and he tried to do this. We'd done the Gaylords. Did you see that film last night, Gaylords I Know? Carl, trying to get his own back, went, did you watch Gaylords last night? Brilliant.
It's gotta be, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No, and then you say no, and we all point and laugh.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, is it true he's leaving Friday? Robinson Crusoe.
Nice one. High five for it. Oh, he got you right. He got you the right one there. I don't know what that means, but he did.
Anyway. Yeah.
We're talking about children in need, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And, Carl, what's wrong with
He's
you?
just got it, he's just got it.
He's just
Go on. Yeah.
We're talking about children in need earlier, and, as I say, I'm not a fan of it. And this is a couple of years ago, I was working, and I had to drive up to Blackpool.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was Comic Relief night, it was a Friday night, and we were listening to all the different kind of BBC radio stations, because they all cover Comic Relief, they all sort of link up as one big thing. And, I think this was maybe like sort of, I don't know, BBC Solihull or something. And, they've always got like, they've got this one guy in the studio doing all the DJing, and, there's some bloke who's sort of outside the BBC with some kids and whatever else, kind of doing a live link up, and the guy outside was Steve Baxter. I forget the name of the DJ inside.
I love the fact you remember this man's name.
Well, it's important because, we're listening, and the guy in the studio, he's there and he's chatting away, and he's going, got a signed picture here of, the Spice Girls, all the girls have signed that, so the highest bidder gets to win that, and you have that, and, I seem to have run out of words. He just said, I seem to have run out of words. And we were like listening, like, okay. And he just went, I seem to have run out of words. I wonder if Steve Baxter's got any for me. And Steve Baxter's just outside, like, obviously not ready, just going...
Didn't have any words either?
Yeah, no words.
Well, who's got all the words then?
It was wordless.
I don't believe it. He's probably used up too many words in the first hour.
Exactly. He just used all the words out.
And he didn't want to repeat himself.
Exactly.
So he just thought, that's it.
There's a hideous blunder. So we were enjoying that and the work of Steve Baxter, and we were driving along, and then we were driving and we got stuck in this jam on the way up to Blackpool, and I saw this kind of white Mercedes, like a couple of them. I thought, it looks quite swank, you know, and swank. And I drove up, we were driving up behind it, and the number plate was something like, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like Orv 1. I'm thinking, interesting, Orv 1, you know. So we're driving alongside, who is driving? No, actually it wasn't a driver, there was a guy driving it, in the front seat, asleep.
Green Duck.
Keith Harris.
Really?
Keith Harris was there. Orville, as I recall, on the back seat.
Oh no!
I couldn't believe it, yeah.
Was asleep or?
I think he was asleep.
Just knackered.
I didn't see Cuddles, the crazy monkey. I imagine he would have popped up at some point, just kind of annoying the driver's hair, just going a bit crazy.
Yeah, you've got, I think Cuddles has to go in the boot.
He's got to go in the boot, because he caused havoc.
Yeah, and knowing Cuddles, he'd put his hands over the driver's eyes,
exactly,
around.
Causing all kinds of trouble.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand road safety, to be fair.
Well, he's a monkey.
Yeah,
he's a monkey, and he's got a lisp.
And not even a real one, at that.
No.
You see, the thing what was about Orville is that argument raged for years between him and Harris, and Orville's right. He can't fly.
He can't fly. Yeah.
So I'm worried that Harris will lull him to full sense of security.
But you can fly.
Yeah, and then when Harris is out, Orville will climb onto a chair, onto a windowsill, basically think he can fly, and just plummet.
Yeah.
To his death.
Just a quick point about Orville. I'm surprised he's still not potty trained. Because he's been wearing that nappy of his for years.
I know.
He can talk, he's mastered the power of speech.
Yeah.
Still crapping everywhere, I assume.
I assume so.
Flying around, mess.
And as we definitely know, he's a duck, so he hasn't got a cock.
He has not got a penis.
Penis, sorry. That was a mistake. There, I did say cock.
Did you mean penis, though?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said that, Rick.
I'm really sorry.
You should have pretended you meant bird.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh, we're gonna
put your fingers in your mouth like this, Carl. Right? Put it apart like that. Put it apart.
Alright.
Now just say bucket and spade.
No, with your fingers in your mouth.
Put your fingers like that and just say bucket and spade.
Bucket and spade.
No, don't do that.
Keep your fingers in your mouth when you say it.
Bucket.
Oh, Carl!
That's it, isn't it?
That is it. What will you be doing tonight, Steve?
What are we doing tonight, Rick? Probably gonna be, staying in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what, and doing what, though?
Watching some telly.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's not all if I know you. Did I see a couple of cans of weak lager in your carrier bag?
I did sneak them in, yeah.
You're not gonna drink them both tonight, are you?
What are you, my mother?
Okay, chill out, do what you want.
Oh.
Will you be sleeping alone again?
If I play my cards right.
Will you be having a little tug just to get yourself off to sleep?
I'll probably have a couple of tugs. If there's something saucy on Channel 5, I will.